Well, hello there. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you 6 different ways to flip domain names for profits. That's right. And the good news, all 6 methods, they only require a minimal, teeny tiny investment of your time and your money. I've sold hundreds of domain names myself, from $100 all the way up to $5,000 a pop and up to $336,000 flipping whole websites. So let's jump into it and I'm going to show you how to sell some domain names. So method number 1, listing your domain on GoDaddy Premiums and then advertising your for sale listing on YouTube. I only mention this because I've made thousands and thousands of dollars doing this, so it works. It's proven. It's not a theory or a concept. It is a fact. Using YouTube domain keyword traffic to sell your GoDaddy Premium domain listings, it works. And the way it goes is like this. You start your domaining empire by either typing in a bunch of 2-word combinations into the bulk search tool on GoDaddy, and make sure to add in a couple extensions like .net and .org, etc., because you'll be surprised. Sometimes you can find some really great .nets or .orgs. But keep it 2 words. I gotta be strict about it. And if you need ideas for words, use the Google Keyword Planner, because that's a factor that makes your domain super valuable if the term gets searches. Now, pick up the good ones, okay? Domains that make sense, domains that are spelled correctly, and domains in industries where there's a lot of money to be made, like banking, weight loss, marketing, dating, and physical products, to sporting goods, electronics, outdoors. You get the drift. List that sucker on GoDaddy Premiums by clicking on the $, and it'll list it on Afternick. Afternick just partnered with GoDaddy, and it's an awesome marriage. It benefits us huge. I remember one time a rep from Afternick emailed me and told me that they sold my domain and I hadn't even listed it. Some guy listed it by mistake. It sold. They contacted me, asking me, do I want the $2,400? And what the heck? Afternick's the bomb. And now they're working with GoDaddy. So you've listed your domain for sale. Now, how do you advertise the listing? Because you have to with GoDaddy. Well, you want to do what I did here? Post a video about GoDaddy Premiums. Here's one I did, 71,000 views. And to summarize the video, I basically was just explaining how to use GoDaddy Premiums. There was no call to action or anything. And the result was my inbox flooding with congratulations, your domain just sold emails from GoDaddy. It was incredible. It was very easy to do. And I have to say, the second method is for you to get your hands on some expired domains, and you could do that from Estabot. They've got drop lists. They come out every day, so they'll let you know which domain names expired. Where the owners let them go, they didn't renew them, so this takes the creative aspect out of the game. Makes it easier for you, right? Somebody else put on their creative thinking cap, registered them, owned them for at least a year, and then, whoops, forgot to renew them. One man's loss is another man's gain. So you can pick the good ones from the list, register them for $10, and sell them for like up to 10,000% profit. Dude, if you get yourself an Estabot membership, you access the drop list, you open it up in Excel or Google Sheets, and then sort the domain names with appraisals descending, okay? What this does is all of the highest appraised domain names, they're gonna show up the top. The further you scroll down, the appraisal amounts diminish. It's genius. Here's a little bit of actual real life experience, yo. Listen up. Out of the drop list of 100,000 domain names, the first 2,000 are gonna be the good ones if you did appraisals descending. Scroll down further after the first 2,000 and, you know, around where the appraisals are like $300 or so, they start to suck. But there's still going to be a bunch of good domain names down there too, especially brandables, and in other words, brand names, right? But I think you'll see what I'm saying. Doing it this way can save you a heck of a lot of time, because when you first open up the drop list, it'll be sorted by alphabetical order. So you're going to have some domain names worth 15,000 that are in the middle of the list. So if you sort it with appraisals descending, the domain name that's worth 15,000, it'll be right up at the top, right in front of you. So after you found your good domain names, you register them, and then this time, why don't you try listing it on Flippa.com? Flippa.com is like an all-in-one auction marketplace and social network. All in one. So unlike GoDaddy Premiums, there's no need to really advertise outside of Flippa. unless you want to. Now, I do need to tell you something, and that is that you do have the option to add upgrades to your listing for 95 bucks. They'll give you a newsletter blast. God only knows how many people see your domain is for sale now. And with this same package, they'll feature your domain and you'll get many more eyeballs on your listing. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not making money from telling you this. I'm just telling you, if you don't have a Flippa account that's established and you didn't sell domains yet, you should try this. But if you do, then you don't need to anymore. So if you're just starting out on Flippa to warm up your account, make friends, get followers, and the people who are checking out your domain listing, they also check out your other domain listings. And that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. You also have the advantage of being able to include your own written explanation of why your domain name is the bomb and why it's worth $6,419. That's a really awesome benefit of Flippa, I do have to say. But I just want you to remember to think ahead of time, because a domain name that is an exact match for a popular keyword getting searches on Google is going to be worth a heck of a lot more than one that doesn't. And it can sometimes be hard to find, so don't be afraid to grab a good .net or .org just as long as it gets searches. Use Google Keyword Planner to buy a domain to make sure it's not a dud or something that people aren't looking for. Set your auction to 7 to 14 days, get an upgrade, and start it off with a starting bid of 10 bucks and a reserve of 20 bucks, all right, easy. So the third method is selling localized domains. For instance, register something like LasVegasPawnshop.com and then pick up the phone, call pawn shops in Las Vegas, Nevada, and ask them how much they'll give you for your domain. I love pawn shops, easy peasy. Or grab something like TampaPersonalInjury.com, call personal injury lawyers in Tampa, Florida. Sweeten the deal, add in a bunch of website building services, maybe some search engine optimization, and you can flip that domain name for tens of thousands of dollars. I've seen it happen. This method is pretty self-explanatory. You purchase domain names based on a city, call businesses in that city, and sell the domain name. You explain that you can bring them more clients and more business because it can rank on Google for that exact search term that people are looking for. All right, so the next method is a lot of fun. And if you're creative, you might actually really like this. We're gonna throw Keyword Planner away for this one. No need to be analytical, it's all creative. So that is brandable domains, all right? These domains, they might not necessarily be exact match keywords that people are searching for. See, this is the opposite. Somebody has a dog training service, they're looking for a domain for that business. They might buy trainyourdogtoday.com from you. Design a logo for it, and now once you've got your domain name and your logo, go to brandbucket.com and click on sellers. As you can see here on Brandbucket, there's hundreds and hundreds of awesome brandable domain names complete with logos, and people who are starting businesses can purchase them for up to 5,000 bucks. So let's get serious here. The next method is to purchase an exact match domain name and then install WordPress for it, okay? Turn your domain name into a blog. Do some optimization and SEO to get your blog ranking on that search term. And once it's saying hello on the search engines, people will see that domain. Then on your blog, you can have a notice at the top telling people that the domain name is for sale. Now this is totally better than cash parking, okay? Because you're getting targeted people looking for it. This is how I sold gettingpregnant.org. It's a true story. Some guy, I had no idea who he was. He contacted me via email and offered me 5,000 bucks for this domain. Pretty freaking cool, right? Just make sure that the domain name is an exact match domain, anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 searches a month. If you could find one based on a popular keyword that gets even more searches than 100,000, that's even better. Just make sure that it's for real and you're not just seeing things. Okay, now this next method is how you can get a little bit more money for your domain, and that is to develop your domain name into an awesome website. And this website should take payments for something, whether it's your own book or a program. There should be a digital product. It could even be a Shopify store or a membership site. In the case that it's a membership site, plug it into an affiliate marketplace, recruit affiliates, and do SEO for it. Get money coming in, and however much money the site makes every month, it's gonna be worth 10 times that amount at least. And sometimes it could even be worth upwards of 20 times. That is if you've got recurring revenue or it's really evident that the revenue isn't gonna slow down. But if it makes 50,000 bucks a month, you've got yourself at least $500,000, unless it's on the way out and it's pretty evident. Now the place to sell your website, my good experience has been either with Flippa.com, which we talked about earlier, or eBay.com. Also, you can use a broker. You can find different brokers on Google with a simple Google search. Get that 20 months, baby. I have to say, I've done pretty well selling websites on Flippa. I did a $238,000 sale there, a $50,000 sale, $30,000 sales. I think there's a couple sales that are even more than that. Post your website, do an auction for 14 days, pretty much, yeah. And you're gonna have people in the comments asking you, why are you selling the site? I always end up answering that question with a simple answer. I sound a little bit like a smartass, but I say, I wanna make a whole bunch of money all at once. I don't wanna have to wait. It's up to you. Exit or go long. Just make absolutely sure never to erase people's comments, as it will say comment erased by seller. Cringe! Professional, helpful, and good friendly answers composed by the seller can help you get bids and eventually sell the site. With a site that makes money, there are usually a ton of bids, and then when the site sells, the monies come in escrow. You transfer the domain and the files, and the escrow is released. You get paid. All right, so these were my 6 different methods to flipping domains. That's right, I'm sure you're excited. You wanna give it a shot? Go for it. And if you want any other strategies for online business, make sure to get on my fancy free newsletter and workshop. It's onlinegoldmine.com. That's right, it's for free. And I'm not selling anything on there. You get tons of awesome information. I'm a philanthropist. I don't need any more money. The ex-wives will get it. So make sure to subscribe to this channel for many more educational online business videos. I'll see you in Vegas. My name's Jamie Lewis. I'm signing off. Thank you very much.